Maybe we should return to the square and wait for the vapor to clear.
Everything is okay here. It's just lately we've started hearing strange noises in the middle of the night.
What kind of noises?
Oxen mooing, birds chirping. I think I even heard a bear roaring last night.
It sounded like the howling of a wild beast. Not like those oxen that wandered into the city, but more like a bear, or a tiger, or some other wild animal.
Finally found you! I can't believe you ended up here and got yourself into such trouble! Finally, things are starting to get interesting. Let the fight begin! A fair duel between two hunters. First is the storm of spears!
Fluttering wings.
Lightning speed!
Of inspiration! Fluttering wings. Fold. Onto. End it all.
Haven't you had enough of this nonsense? Stop right now!
Fluttering wings. Complete insight. Fluttering wings. Fold.
What's happening on your side?
Show yourself.
Huh? What the heck? Report is over. That's what happened.
Things are getting more complicated. Considering everything, it's highly probable that the incidents in Songlin City and Fertile Plains were orchestrated by someone behind the scenes. And most likely, the culprit now sees you as an unexpected threat that must be eliminated. Indeed. It's puzzling why the culprit is targeting the head librarian of Emion rather than Weisha, who holds greater influence and power. However, we can only hope to find answers directly from the culprit themselves. And the various troubles that keep arising are becoming increasingly burdensome. The Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture has unexpectedly proposed advancing the Harvest Festival to appease the populace. While I understand their reasoning, it's not wise to hold the festival at a time like this, particularly with the escalating influence of the anomaly. However, given the growing unrest among the people, advancing the festival may alleviate the situation. Therefore, we have submitted the proposal to hold the Harvest Festival earlier today. You don't seem surprised at all. I see. So you've run into Director Feng himself. The proposal was passed mostly because it was proposed by Director Feng himself. The Bureau of Husbandry and Agriculture is actually the most crucial division of the government. Feng Lin is indeed exceptional to have become the director at such a young age. Among all my colleagues, he's one of the most pragmatic and capable directors. He never drags his feet, never lets his personal emotions cloud his judgment, and is easygoing in his everyday life, forging good relations with almost all departments. While he's principled in important matters, he has never offended anyone because of insisting on his own views. In fact, those who initially opposed him were eventually convinced by him in the end, or even joined his side. Despite his young age, he is unexpectedly rich in experience, almost as if he has spent decades in the government. Moreover, he is well versed with the actual production. As far as I can remember, he's never made any mistakes due to impractical ideas. Since it is he who made this proposal, I don't think anything will go awry. You seem to have something else to ask, perhaps? Oh, you want to know why Jisha left the capital after unifying Xi'an? To be honest, this is one of the unsolved mysteries in Xi'an's history. There are a lot of historians, folklorists, and archaeologists who have researched this topic, and there are many different opinions. The legend Director Feng told you is the most mainstream theory, that the first emperor wandered around Xi'an after he had unified the world, testing various herbs and imparting the essence of agriculture. However, there is also a less popular version that says the first emperor actually traveled around to seek immortality. According to some unofficial records, the first emperor left the capital because he wanted to. The so-called testing various herbs was just a byproduct of his search for the elixir of immortality. According to some unofficial records, the first emperor left the capital because he wanted to continue his rule for eternity. The so-called testing various herbs was just a byproduct of his search for the elixir of immortality. As for imparting the essence of agriculture, it was because by teaching the people to farm, he no longer needed to search for food himself, but would accept the people's offerings wherever he went. In that case, he was actually interested in satisfying his own selfish desires, and his people, hidden from the truth, interpreted his actions as grace and worshipped him. No need to be surprised. It was thousands of years ago, after all, and it's normal for various theories to differ from one another. No one alive has ever seen Jisha with their own eyes, so whether he was an exceptional or tyrannical emperor, we shouldn't be surprised. Or perhaps the actual truth doesn't align with any of those theories that have been passed down so far. Speaking of which, Weisha was established at Jisha's era, and we have preserved a huge amount of historical records from that era. However, we have a peculiar rule that all records about Jisha himself are highly classified, and only Master Yuan Xuan is permitted to access them. The reason behind this rule remains a mystery. But unfortunately, Master Yuan Xuan is not here. Master Yuan Xuan went to Tsingyu City before you arrived in Songlin City. Tsingyu City is situated on Mount Tianchue in the upper reaches of the Grandeur River, where it converges with the immense mountain. Actually, Tsingyu City is the origin of this anomaly, and Songlin City is only affected because it's located downstream along the Grandeur River. Coincidentally, Tsingyu City is also the place where the first emperor established the first capital of Xi'an. It served as the cradle of Xi'an's civilization. Countless bronze artifacts have been unearthed there, most of which are rare treasures of exquisite craftsmanship. Many of those artifacts are so remarkable that it's hard to imagine they were created thousands of years ago. An intriguing thought, but unfortunately, Weisha doesn't believe in gods. Why seek answers from deities when we haven't actually understood the world around us? One day, humans will be able to understand the world on their own. Oh? That's hardly surprising. If I hadn't confirmed multiple times that he's indeed just an ordinary person, I would have recruited him into Weisha.
bronze. Immortality. Eternal life. Xixia.
What do you mean?
However, ever since the Cerulean Blight spread, funeral parlors haven't received a single corpse. Not a single one. Not only that, our obstetrics and gynecology department hasn't welcomed a single newborn since then. It's as if the cycle of life and death here has been put on pause.
However, there is also a less popular version that says the first emperor actually traveled around to seek immortality. The so-called testing various herbs was just a byproduct of his search for the elixir of immortality.
King, sorry for interrupting.
What is it?
The Delphic Oracle has just sent us their water analysis results. The Delphi Academy's medical department conducted physiological experiments on the water samples and discovered that contaminated cells cease to divide anymore. Moreover, their original carbon-based structure rapidly transformed into an unknown compound. They are now conducting further analysis, but it seems that the new compound is a polymer formed from an unidentified element combined with metal elements. Simply put, the cells contaminated by the water transform from carbon-based life to a form of life with metallic properties. It appears that the transformed cells won't reproduce or evolve on their own. They will remain fixed in their current state, as long as there is no negative external interference, possessing an almost unlimited lifespan. They concluded that the new life form lacks the potential for iterative growth and evolution, but possesses an almost eternal lifespan.
Sharpen the spearhead and stock up on rations, just like in the wilderness.
You are all such good kids. Full. Complete insight. Complete insight. Ansu. End it all.
Waning Crescent!
Full.
Moonset!
A spark of inspiration.
Waning Crescent! It seems you still can't stop the moon's cycle. Ah, well done. Keep up the good work.
Fluttering wings. Full.
Revolve! Moon! Revolve! Moon! Moonset! Revolve! Moon! Waning Crescent! Moonset!
Well done, An. You can come back now. Thanks for your guidance.
effort!
Fold.
Revolve, moon! Waning crescent!
Pluck the heartstrings. Fluttering wings. Fold. Here's the heart. Pluck the heartstrings. The situation has no room for error. Calculation. Error.
Revolve, moon!
Fold. Fluttering wings.
Waning crescent!
Fluttering wings. Fluttering wings. End it all. Is this what pain feels like? Well done, On. You can come back now. Thanks for your guidance.
Futile effort! Waning crescent!
No room for error.
Revolve, moon!
Fluttering wing. Fold. The situation has changed. Pluck the
no room for error.